If you want to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. Auburn University student has been arrested after weeks of long drug trafficking investigation involving multiple law enforcement agencies. 23-year-old Cindy Zhang was arrested on September 22nd of 2022 following a raid on her apartment and is charged with drug trafficking and other related charges. Investigation revealed that the woman was using a smartphone app to run the sophisticated and profitable drug business. The investigation also dragged on for several weeks and resulted in a joint operation after the United States Army Criminal Investigation Division out of Fort Benning alerted the Lee County Sheriff's Office to drug purchases by military personnel in Auburn. It was later discovered that several types of drugs were being sold in Auburn using a digital application. Officers seized MDMA or ecstasy, marijuana, and shrooms, THC wax oil, digital scale, a money counter, decorative packaging, and jars. Officers also seized approximately $100,000 in United States currency. Cindy Zhang has been charged with 1 count of drug trafficking, 5 counts of possession of a controlled substance, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia. It was a sophisticated operation in regards to using a cell phone to conduct the transactions and place orders, if you will. Customers purchasing the illegal drugs were using an app to place the order. They picked the order up at a particular location, which was prepackaged based on the order they placed, and that was stated by Lee County Sheriff Jay Jones. Sheriff Jones also reported that the cell phone technology was also used for payments as well. On September 22nd, a search warrant was executed for Cindy Zhang's condo along Down Street just off of Longleaf Drive in Auburn. The narcotics agent booked Cindy Zhang into Lee County Detention Center and was released after posting a $60,000 bail. Quote, "We always look for angles that may lead us to other individuals. However, at this particular time in the investigation, it doesn't appear she was working with anyone auspiciously, and she was managing this on her own."
Hear me clearly. America is not a racist country.
We need to address, well, first of all, no, I don't think America is a racist country.
Our communities are not reporting these incidences. We don't want to cause more trouble, more attention to our community.
Now, there's a lot of massage parlors and a variety of other things that go on in these communities by way of these people. And yet, oddly enough, just like the woman stated, their communities, people in their communities, seem not to want to report, a lot of these things that are directly going on. And this is exactly how you have this Asian American Pacific Islander deciding that she wanted to go out here on a narcotic spree and start selling things in a whole community, which could inevitably, lead towards addiction, lead towards a fatality, lead towards severe illness. But it's very easy for her to do because number one, she is Asian American. Number two, she is also a woman. So therefore, the barrier is set very low when it comes to people who want to buy directly from her because they feel that she is safe, right? And as the police also stated, they were trying to find links, they were trying to find other people that she's associated with and working with, but from everything that they gathered from all the information and from all of their detective work, she's the only one that's pretty much doing this. And she had a large sum of roughly 100 grand directly on her due to the fact of the business that she was running and how lucrative that business is and how many customers she has, going to her app and, getting these orders. And even though she has a quite a few charges directly on her, they allowed her to bail out on 60K. So she's back out here on the street doing the exact same thing that she was already doing. See how that, just so happens to work. And people want to say that, oh, the justice system works as it's supposed to work. You're right, it does. Because if this was a black man who was doing all of this, they would have made sure to keep him locked up. He would have had a court date. They would have had that set. He would have been sitting there in jail. He would have not had a bond or a bail or even been allowed to even have one or even have the thought process to think or theorize that he was even going to get one. But as you can clearly see, when you have people that are a little bit reflective, right, of the majority that are directly out here, they're going to look at them and be like, you know what? I know somebody like you. You know what? I have a friend that's married to somebody like you. You know what? You don't look as dangerous as the black people out here. So we're just going to give you a slap on the wrist. You're going to have to pay this bill. We know you'll be able to afford this bill. So, you just pay this bill and you'll be, right back on the streets doing whatever it is that you want to sit up there and do. Pretty much, she's not going to be looked at again up until I guess somebody reports her or somebody stumbles back upon this. Like I said before, and the other thing that I want people to understand is this: the drugs that the police confiscate, they end up putting that in the evidence locker because I ended up doing a small little video on this previously, like earlier on, maybe about like a year ago. But they'll have the stuff directly in the evidence locker, and then what is in the evidence locker will end up inevitably returning right back onto the street by way of the police officers that are there. Because note, you have a lot of cops that are quote unquote undercover, so they'll take the evidence and stuff that they have that's already logged or whatever it is, and they'll push that directly back out on the streets, just like the same thing what they do with the money. Because nobody ever wonders what it is that the cops do with the evidence that they find and with the money that they find, with the weapons that they find. All of the stuff that they claim goes right back out on the streets so that they can continue the same exact job that they've always been doing. Because if cops actually had to realistically do their jobs and they were very effective at doing their jobs, there will be a lot less cops on patrol, a lot less cops on the road, a lot less cops in people's neighborhood. There will be a lot less cops actually committing the types of crimes that we see them do against black people in the black community. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.